Hello, folks. Pleasant night or pleasant evening to you. This is the Spoon TV coming to you from just before the residence of Representative Frank Saah Foko. As you can see, the Liberia National Police men are stationed. The SUV that we earlier saw this morning, this afternoon, is also back. And the police officers are also stationed at the main junction leading into the residence of Representative Frank Saah Foko. So we've been asked not to go any further. But just hours ago, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory Coleman, also, in a press statement at the Ministry of Information, Culture Affairs, and Tourism, announced the District Number 9 representative, Frank Saah Foko, as a person of interest concerning the fire incident at the Capitol building. According to the IG, it is a suspected arson attack, and they are going to treat it as such until they can be sure that it was nothing of that sort. So the officers are here again. There is a strict security regiment. People are being asked not to move. And yeah, so the LNP is instructing that we don't go any further, and we will remain here doing what we came to do. Whether or not they have taken into custody Representative Frank Saah Foko, we cannot tell because we just arrived. But when we arrived earlier this afternoon, the representative speaking to us on the phone said he was at his residence and he's waiting for the right thing to be done in terms of legality before he can turn himself over to the Liberian National Police. He said he was at home, and again, the officers seem to be leaving for the second time. You can see that they are boarding their vehicles and leaving. Whether or not the representative is in his house, we still have another group right here, and they have come heavily armed and prepared. Whether or not the representative has been taking this, the second attempt by officers of the Liberia National Police. So this is the second time that they have arrived here at the area that houses the residence of Representative Frank Saah Foko. And for the second time, we see that they are leaving without the representative. When we spoke to him on the phone, he said he was at home, and he received a text from the 103 of the Liberia National Police asking him to turn himself in. And we listened to the IG of police, Colonel Gregory Coleman, also stating and calling on the representative to turn himself over or else he will be arrested. And this is the second attempt. You can see these officers, they are well armed with secondary and primary rifles. They are not here to play. So they're getting back on board their SUV, an unmarked SUV. You can see the other police vehicle has taken the lead, and the police pickup is leaving. So earlier they came with 3 vehicles. Now it is 4. As to where the Monrovia County District Number 9 representative is, it is well unknown for this fact. So that they're leaving for the second time. The first time they came this afternoon, they went to one of the gates, which houses one of the residences of Representative Foko. According to eyewitnesses, they entered the compound, they looked through the window, they couldn't see the representative, but they didn't enter this more room gate. This is where the representative stays. So this is the second time that the folks from the Liberia National Police, well-armed police officers, have come to attempt taking in Representative Frank Saah Foko. According to the IG, he's a person of interest because of a video, according to the representative, that was done in July and was edited. And he's been asked to turn himself in to answer questions concerning that particular video. So we are here. The Inspector General asked the representative to turn himself in as a person of interest to be questioned or risked being arrested. So for the second time, folks, the police have arrived, and for the second unsuccessful time, they've been unable to take in Representative Frank Saah Foko. When he spoke to us during that exclusive, he did say once he speaks with his lawyer, he didn't name who his lawyer is or lawyers are, that he was going to turn himself over. So somebody is asking what is secondary and primary rifles. So I'm not a security expert, but I've heard the primary rifle is usually the long range, and the secondary or the side piece is usually the pistol that they have got on their side. So, well, those of you who are security experts, you can coin it anyway. But I was told that they have you usually carry a primary, which is your long range if you're an officer who uses that, and your secondary or your side piece, which is the pistol. But you can better coin that. Well, the issue is the representative for the second time they've come. He has got a CCTV camera all around his residence. When we spoke, he said he was watching and monitoring whatever it is that was happening on his CCTV camera. So for the second time, the police have arrived in a very large, well-armed number. This time, 4 vehicles. The first attempt, they had 3 vehicles, and the second time they've arrived, they've increased the number of vehicles to 4. After the police left earlier, we did see the CDC's Youth League chair arrive here as well with his men. According to them, they came to provide support to Representative Frank Saah Foko. According to the CDC Youth League chair, it is a targeted, thing, and the government is not proceeding well. So where the representative is as of this moment, it is undetermined as to whether he's still in his residence here. It is also undetermined as well. There are people within the compound, we've been informed, but the police didn't enter the compound, we've been told, for the second time, as they did not enter the compound for the first attempt. So for the second time, the Liberia National Police have attempted taking into custody for questioning a person of interest in that of the Monrovia County District Number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko. So wherever it is you're watching us from, this is Spoon TV. My name is Diamond Slanger, and I'm here making sure to bring you all of the happiness. We remain posted right here to see whether or not the police will return for a third time. But again, this morning the country woke up to the shocking news of the events up Capitol Hill. The rotunda and the joint chambers of the Capitol building gutted as well. Gutted as the joint chambers gutted by fire in its entirety. The damage there very colossal. We were there this morning to bring you all of the information that occurred up Capitol Hill. That sparked a lot of reactions, including that from the president, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boykai, who said this is a country of laws and hooliganism will not be tolerated. After the president's statement, we did see the Liberia National Police move to the home of Representative Frank Saah Foko, and the IG named him as a person of interest in connection with a video that is circulating on social media where the representative is heard saying that he will burn down the Capitol. Well, we spoke with Representative Frank Saah Foko. He didn't distance himself from that particular statement. What he said was the video was edited to be used against him, and that statement was made months ago. Well, the police have said he is a person of interest. The police also said that they had 3 persons in their custody. They didn't name those 3 persons in connection with what they've termed as an arson attack up Capitol Hill. The IG pointed to the fact that an accelerant might have been used up in the Capitol Inferno, and as to whether they've concluded their investigation, he said that the investigative process is still ongoing, but then named the Monrovia County District Number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko as a person of interest. The representative said that he got a communication from the police through a text medium. He was informed that he should turn himself over. He said that text came from the 103 of the Liberia National Police. He responded with a phone call and told them that they should properly communicate to him that he is a person of interest using the former method by sending him a communication, and he was consulting with his lawyer to turn himself in for questioning. So that has not yet been done. We saw a lot of arrivals and departures at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, including that of prominent Liberian lawyer, Councillor Tiawon Gonglo, a presidential candidate in the 2023 elections as well. We saw other representatives, including Representative Yeke Koluba, there at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. So the breaking news here is the LNP, over a dozen well-armed men, including NSA operatives, have come to the residence of Representative Frank Saah Foko for the second time in this day, the second time in hours in this day, to take him in. According to IG Gregory Coleman, it's either the representative turns himself in or he risks being arrested. So we remain posted right here. It's a fluid situation occurring right here at the residence of District Number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko. It has also drawn a lot of onlookers. People concerned, residents and the like, have come here to witness what is unfolding. But the police have departed. 4 police vehicles, over a dozen well-armed officers. They were stationed at the main junction, all in the communities, and they left empty-handed for the second time. So, folks, the drama up Capitol Hill has spilled into the communities, into suburban Liberia. This is a suburb of Monrovia, the Lakpasi area on the airfield. This is where the representative resides. And all this started on the 17th of October when a group of lawmakers, terming themselves the majority black, read a resolution calling for the ousting or removal of embattled House Speaker Jonathan Fonati Kofa. Since then, there's been a lot of events and incidences happening all across the Capitol Hill. Well, there was a minor fire incident some part of last week that affected the breaker box of the Capitol building. Several offices had minor effects of the fire. And on this morning, we woke up to the news of a flame raging up Capitol building. We arrived there, we brought you full coverage of that, and the joint chambers of the Capitol was set ablaze. According to the police, they are treating it as an arson attack. When we arrived on the scene this morning, a number of individuals were taken in for questioning. According to the Inspector General of Police, those individuals were released after questioning and coming up with the conclusion that they didn't have anything to do with the fire. But 3 others have remained in police custody, according to police IG. Those 3 individuals are being thoroughly investigated in connection with the fire outbreak there at the Capitol building. In another twist of events, another breaking news, the IG then announced the name of District Number 9 representative of the CDC, Frank Saah Foko, as a person of interest due to a video that is circulating on social media, according to the police IG. In that video, the representative is heard threatening to burn down the Capitol. When we spoke to Representative Foko from an unknown location via the phone, he told us that that video was recorded months ago and that the entire video wasn't played and that particular portion was cut, edited, and used to incriminate or to accuse him of what occurred on Capitol Hill. So he has not been taken in for the second time. We remain here, we remain live, we remain posted, whether he's home or whether he's someone else. But when he spoke with us earlier, he did say that he was home and awaiting his lawyers to see whether or not he would turn himself over once the police does the right thing and communicate with him officially. But that has not been done yet. As we can see, the police came in for the second time and they were unable to they were unable to have taken him in for a second attempt. So we end this live podcast here. We're being posted whether or not we can place a call to the representative and see if there's been any updates since we last spoke, whether he has received the official communication from the Liberian National Police, and whether or not he will turn himself in. So let's see if we can speak with him. Let's see if we can speak with him quickly. But if that is unsuccessful, we will end this podcast. So we are waiting to see whether or not the lawmaker will grant us a second interview as he did the first time, to see if there is any update in this fluid situation. And if not, we will end this podcast and remain posted right here. But this is just before the residents of Monrovia County District Number 9 Representative Frank Saah Foko, who has been named as a person of interest in the inferno up Capitol Hill. All right, folks. So we have not gotten a response. So uh, we will end this live podcast and remain posted until something else of significance happens at this location. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye. Before going, the recap here is for the second time the LNP arrived here at the residence of Representative Frank Saah Foko in an attempt to take him in as a person of interest. All right, so we're getting information that the representative is now at Central. We will see if we can confirm that. But let me end this podcast. Thank you.